This is a video on how to process your payroll. So for this particular company, we have weekly employees, we've entered in our basic rate, and in each case, we've ticked them all as auto update, which means it'll populate the information that we've entered in for the basic rate. To process your timesheet, you go into Timesheets and you pick your pay run date. We'll start from the beginning of the year. The date being weekly is very important. So the idea is that you will pick the pay run date. So this is the day you actually get paid on. So we'll pick Friday, in this case, the 3rd. Wage interval weekly. If it was monthly or fortnightly, we would pick these. In this case, it's weekly. Just press OK. We see our list of employees here, and up here there's an option to auto update. If I click this, it'll automatically bring in the details for each employee. It shows us the net pay and actual pay with regard to each employee over here. If there was any additional information that we wanted to enter in, we would click on the employee and enter in the information. Say, for example, I wanted to add in an extra pay for expenses. If I click in here and press the insert button on my keyboard, select expenses, €50. That'll bring it into the total. I can press recalculate and that'll adjust my actual pay over here. Once I'm happy all the details have been entered in, I click close. Process, it'll ask you to do a backup. We would recommend that you do a backup every time. Just press yes here. In here it's going to tell us where we're backing up the information to. It's bringing us into the C Program Files Big Red Book Payroll 2014 Backups folder. This is the default location. Should you wish to back it up somewhere else, click in here and browse to wherever you want to back up the information. In this case, we will just back it up in here and press Start Backup. We can see here Backup Successful. We'll hit Close and then we're back into our payroll options. We want to process that week of the 3rd to the 1st. We'll leave the date as it is. It is weekly and we'll press OK. Each employee shows up in here. Nothing has been processed at this point. If I click on Calculate Pay, it'll tell me you cannot change any of the calculations after this fact. We will say yes here. Again, if I look at each employee, we'll see that information has come in, so it has processed for everybody. If there is a mistake, there is a possibility of changing it after this fact, and we'll go into that within another video. We'll hit close here so we can look at our payslips. If we click on payslips, there's an option to print or email. In this case, we'll just have a look at print and press continue. We pick our run date and I'll just reselect my wage interval so it'll populate my list here. There's options to email and print. We can see anyone who is on the email list as ticked. If I want to just do for one employee, I will unselect all and then double click and I can just print for that one person. I'll select everybody and preview and we can see now this is the information. We can see my employee, the name, the week number. We can see all the information with regard to what was entered in. So they're on a cumulative basis. We can see their tax credits, the PRSI class, the cutoff, and their PPS number. We can see the description of pay, the normal hours, the unit, and the amount that they received. The current period gives us the tax credits, the PAYE for this specific period, and we also see our year-to-date totals down here. The pay summary just gives us information with regard to any non-taxable information, gross, deductions, the PRSA, PAYE, and USC, and then the net pay and actual pay. In some cases, the net pay and actual pay will be different depending on a BIK or deduction or expenses. The actual pay is what you pay to your employee. And that's everyone processed.